Good morning, Jai Hind students. Today we are going to learn the structure of Anatropous ovule. Ovule is present inside the ovary, and ovary is part of carpel or gynoecium. You know that gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female reproductive wall of the flower, in which individual member is called carpel. And you know that the structure of carpel consists of, this is the stigma, this is long style, and at the base there is ovary. This is structure of carpel. Stigma, this is long style, and base ovary. This is structure of carpel. If carpels are free, that condition is called as apocarpous condition. If the carpels are free in the flower, if carpels are free, that means they are not united, that condition is called as apocarpous condition. Example, in Michelia flower, all the carpels are free. If the carpels are fused to each other, then that condition is called as syncarpous condition. Carpels are fused in syncarpous condition. Carpels are fused. Here, remember that two terms: apocarpous, carpels are free; syncarpous, carpels are fused. Example of apocarpous is Michelia. In Michelia flower, carpels are free, and in brinjal flower, the carpels are fused. Then, this is structure of carpel. Inside the ovary, there are ovules. Inside the ovary, there are ovules. These are the ovules. Ovules are present inside the ovary. If number of ovules are present inside the carpel is different in different species. If only one carpel present inside the ovary, then that condition is called as uniovulate condition. Only one ovule present inside the ovary is called as uniovulate condition. Example, uniovulate condition is found in paddy, that means rice, wheat. In rice and wheat flower, there is carpel. Inside the carpel there is ovary, and inside the ovary there is ovule, and ovules, single ovule is present. Hence it is uniovulate condition. Next term is multi-ovulate condition. Multi, many. Here in the diagram, there are many ovules are present. That condition is called as multi-ovulate condition. It is found in tomato flower. Ovules are uniovulate or multi-ovulate. Example of uniovulate is paddy and wheat. Example of multi-ovulate is tomato. Then, what is our point is structure of Anatropous ovule. Structure of ovule. This is the structure of ovule. Listen carefully. See in the diagram. You have to see in the diagram. This is the vertical section of ovule. This is the vertical section of the ovule. Where ovule is present inside the ovary. And ovule consists of two main parts. Ovule consists of two main parts. First part is stalk, and second part is body. There are two main parts present inside the ovule. This is the stalk of the ovule, and this upper region is called as body of the ovule. Stalk of the ovule is called as funicle. Stalk of the ovule is called as funicle. Funicle, that is stalk of the ovule, is attached to the ovary wall by means of placenta. Then what is the function of placenta? Placenta supplies nutrition to the ovule. What is the function of funicle? Funicle conducts the food material from placenta to the body of the ovule, and which raises the body, which conducts the nutrients, and which acts as stalk of the ovule. This is the function of ovule. Then next point is hilum. This point is called as hilum or hilum. The point of attachment of funicle to the body of ovule is called hilum. The point of attachment of funicle to the body of ovule is called as hilum or hilum. Then next part of the ovule is body of the ovule. Body of the ovule consists of main important part of the body of the ovule is nucellus. This is the nucellus. This is the nucellus. Nucellus is a diploid structure. Diploid, multicellular diploid structure around the embryo sac, which covers around the embryo sac. This is the embryo sac. That means nucellus, functions of the nucellus, which covers the location of the nucellus, which is diploid in nature and which covers around the embryo sac. In middle, inside the middle of the nucellus, there is the embryo sac. And then function of nucellus, and some nuclear cells of the nucellus called as megaspore mother cells, MMC, undergoes meiosis, and megaspore mother cell of nucellus, which are diploid in nature, undergoes meiosis and to forms the haploid megaspores, haploid megaspores, and which develops into embryo sac inside after maturity. In immature condition, there is no embryo sac inside the ovule. This is the function of ovule and location of ovule, made up of parenchymatous cells. These are the ovule is made up of parenchymatous cells. Nucellus is made up of multicellular parenchymatous cells. This is the nucellus. Nucellus is then next part of which nucellus is covered by two coverings or integuments is called as integuments. Inner integument, and this is the outer integument. Two coverings around the nucellus. This is the inner covering on both sides. This is the outer covering on both sides. These two coverings around the nucellus is called as integument. Inner covering is called as inner side, there is inner integument, and outer side there is outer integument. Then what is the function of integument which protect the inner part of the ovule, that is nucellus, etc. And after fertilization, integument develops into seed coat. Ovule is converted into seed, ovary is converted into fruit, and integuments after fertilization or maturity, it get converted into seed coat, outer seed coat called testa, formed by the outer integument after maturity, and inner seed coat is called as tegument, which is formed from the inner integument of the ovule. Outer integuments, these are the testa, and tegments are the seed coat. Seed coat. Then next part, at the basal end, there is a chalaza. This region, basal region, is called as chalaza. Chalaza is a basal region of the ovule on which integuments are arises, is called as chalaza. And then opposite end of the chalaza is called micropyle. Opposite to the chalaza basal cell, there is a presence of micropyle. There is a presence of micropyle. Micropyle is nothing but the entry toward the nucellus. The nucellus is covered all the sides by integument, except leaving a small pore or gap is called as micropyle. Then what is the function of micropyle? Micropyle allows to enter pollen tube during fertilization. You know that development of male gametophyte, there is a pollen tube along with cytoplasm, tube nucleus, and two male gametes. Pollen tube carries two male gametes, and that pollen tube enters towards the female gametophyte by small opening called as micropyle. This is the micropyle, and the function of micropyle is allowed to enter pollen tube during fertilization, as well as the release of radicle, emerging radicle after seed germination. Next function of micropyle is allowed to emerge radicle, that means root part, from the or after the seed germination. This is the micropyle. The next important part, most important part inside the ovule is embryo sac. Most important part of the ovule is embryo sac, which is located inside the nucellus. These are the nucellar cells. Nucellar cells consist of megaspore mother cell, diploid in nature, and undergoes meiosis to form megaspores, and from the megaspore there is a development of embryo sac. There is development of embryo sac. Then structure of embryo sac, I enlarged here the structure of embryo sac. This is the embryo sac. Embryo sac it is also called as female gametophyte. Actually, it is formed after the maturity inside the ovule. Embryo sac. Embryo sac is a 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. 7-celled 8-nucleated. 8 nuclei, plural term. 7-celled 8 nuclei. This is the embryo sac. This is the micropylar end of the embryo sac. This is the chalazal end of the embryo sac. On the chalazal end, there are 3 cells are present toward the chalazal end. toward the chalazal end. These three cells are called as antipodal cells. These three cells present toward the chalazal end is called as antipodal cells. Three cells are present at the which end? Micropylar end. These three cells are present toward the micropyle. These three cells are called as egg apparatus. Egg apparatus consists of central egg cell. This is central egg cell and two lateral synergids. Two lateral synergids. Egg cell is female gamete. Two lateral is synergid. What is the function of synergids? Synergids allow to enter polar tube during fertilization, which also guide the male gamete to fuse with the egg and secondary nucleus. This is the function of synergid. And what is the function of egg cell? Takes part in the fertilization and formation of zygote. These are the 6 cells. Actually, there are 7 cells. Next cell is toward the center. This cell is called as secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus. These are consist of two nuclei. Two polar nuclei comes from each pole and two which consists of two nuclei. That structure at the center of embryo sac is called as the secondary nucleus. What is the function of secondary nucleus? Secondary nucleus converted into endosperm after fertilization. What is the function of antipodal cells? Antipodal cells after fertilization or later mature stage they are disintegrated. There is no function of antipodal cells. Secondary nucleus, function of secondary nucleus is formation of endosperm. Function of egg cell is take part in the fertilization and formation of zygote. What is the function of synergid? Synergids which guide the male gamete to fuse with the egg cell and secondary nucleus. This is the structure of female gametophyte or embryo sac. And embryo sac is 7 cells. 1, 2, 3 toward the chalazal end, 4, 5, 6 toward the micropylar end and single central. These are the 7 cells, but 8 nucleate structure. 8 nucleus. 8 because in each cell there is one nucleus. Nucleus first, second, third, 4, 5, 6. There are 2 nuclei are present inside the secondary nucleus. This is all about structure of anatropous ovule. What is meaning of anatropous? Meaning of anatropous. Anatropous means inverted ovule. Ovule get inverted on the stalk or funicle. That means micropyle is downwardly directed. Micropyle, this opening is downwardly directed near the funicle, towards the side of funicle. That condition is called as anatropous ovule. Majority of the plant have shows the anatropous ovule, anatropous type of the ovule. This is all about the anatropous ovule, which consists of 2 parts, that is the stalk and that second one is body. Inside the stalk there is a placenta, funicle, and the point of attachment is called as hilum. Function of placenta is which gives nourishment to the or provide nutrients to the ovule. And what is the function of funicle? Funicle conducts the nutrients towards the body as well as raises the ovule or body. Body consists of one important part called as nucellus, diploid multicellular cells, and which forms the function of nucellus is development of female gametophyte or embryo sac inside them. Then this is the structure of embryo sac. This question can be asked separately. Structure of embryo sac or फीमेल होगा गैमेटोफाइट. What is the function of secondary nucleus, development of endosperm, what is the function of egg cell, take part in the fertilization and formation of zygote, and then what is the function of synergy which guide the whole male gamete, etc. These are the important. And what is the function of integument which protect the embryo sac, as well as after fertilization outer integument develops into testa, inner integument develops into tegmen. These are two seed coat. Actually, after fertilization, ovule get converted into seed. Ovary get converted into fruit. After fertilization, ovule get converted into seed, and ovary get converted into fruit. Ovary wall get converted into fruit wall or pericarp after or post fertilization changes. Okay, thank you. Stay home, stay safe.